I'm in the doghouse now. Just look at me. Hey people, I'm in the doghouse now. Just for telling the truth. Yeah, I'm in the doghouse now. Just for telling the truth. Hey people, I'm in the doghouse now. Well, I'm in the doghouse now. Just look at me. I'm in the doghouse now, just for telling the truth. If anybody out there wanna help me, please let me know. 'Cause I'm in the doghouse now, just for telling the truth. I'm in the doghouse now. Morning, people. This is Country Joe. You see where I end up? See what happened to me? I end up in the doghouse just for telling the truth. Just for telling the truth. And when me and Bob met, I wasn't lying. I was just trying to make it real. When I met her, we got cold bottle of glasses. Well, I see you look like Pippi Longstocking. You got a lot of speckles on her face, and her hair was braided like Pippi Longstocking. That's why I say look like Pippi Longstocking. But that get her mad, and look where I'm at now, in the doghouse. So I asked her, can I have a pillow or something? She said, nope, you could use a piece of firewood for your pillow if you want to, but there where you sleep. And this is for my dog. And look what I end up. The dog don't even use the house. I got to take it over. So I'm in the doghouse now, folks. People, let's see what I'm supposed to talk about today. Growing up in Belize, I guess. Maybe that's part of it. I was the third child of 11 kids. One died at 6 months, and the third to the youngest died about 3 years ago, I think. 3 or 4 years ago. He was about around 45, but once you start to eat bad, and in the past, when we were growing up in Belize, I mean, a lot of people could relate to that. We never used to eat the way people eat now in Belize. They get so Americanized, and they eat the same way America eat, and that's what messed us up. We used a lot of, when we were young, we mostly eat off the farm and stuff like that. What I would say, we call it the organic food, like they call it over here. Everything just grow and no chemical and stuff that. So that's why in our time, you hardly see any obese people, but not now. In fact, people in the country, they don't even want to plant stuff no more, and they buy everything at the store. When we were young, we go fishing, we plant our own food and stuff like that. The only thing we buy, like flour and flour and stuff like that, maybe butter, and that's it. And we live off the farm. But not these days. A place that surprised me that people don't even in Cookie Tree, they say people don't even, they got big restaurants and all of that down there now, and people don't cook no more. All they do is just buy food, that's it. So, it's tough. But like I was saying, growing up in Belize, I was a third child. And yes, we were poor, but we were happy. I mean, a lot of people could relate to that. You never have nothing to that, but you are happy. You don't have no bills sitting here, left, right, and center. You were just happy. You just go on your merry way, and you always have something to eat. Like when we used to go to school, you go to school barefooted on the what do you call it again? On the blacktop, like on the road, barefooted. And you never feel that. That's been good. I used to walk I used to walk about 3 miles to go to school. and used to have fun. Hey folks, I gotta cut it short when I was in the dark house because out there was getting too noisy and ants was biting me and all that stuff. So I decided I'm gonna bring it back inside the house. See, as you see, I get to get back in the house, right? But that's after a lot of begging and pleading and asking, please, please, I ain't gonna do it again. You know, I gotta get down on my knees and all that kind of stuff. And they forgive me, so I'm back in the house again, looking back in the house. Just gotta take time. It's a little time, just gotta take time, you know, and you work out. Like folks, like I was saying, I said, growing up back in Belize, yeah, we never have much. We have no money, but we were happy. You know, we were happy because back then they never need much money to survive. Was living off the land, you know. But like I was saying, fishing, we go fishing, we go hunting, we go do all kind of stuff because we live in the country. And when you live in the country and you go to the city and you look at the city girls, they don't like you because you come from bush. I mean, you come from the country. According to them, country boy is, to me, they would think your country boy is stupid because you come from the country, come from the bush. But they don't know country boy is the best. That's what happened to Bobs. She get caught by a country boy. Okay, folks, but you know, I know you guys don't want to hear too much about me growing up right now in Belize and all that. That come later. You guys want to know more about me and Bob's relationship as time go by. Well, you know, I never know she was the right one for me, but as we started talking and get to know each other more, you know, it started growing. I started get feelings for her that, you know, I said, you know what, maybe she could be the right one, you know, because I used to like, well, not say skinny girl, but girl with curve and we got to look this way and look that way and all kind of stuff, you know. I'm not trying to, but that was me back then time. A girl have to have maybe 125 pounds, almost, and all that kind of stuff. But that's, when it comes to that kind of thing, that is what in the heart, folks, is what inside of somebody that make you love them. Trust me, you know. I used to say, well, oh, I could like somebody for the money and all that stuff. But now that get old real fast. Trust me. If you cannot, it's hard to stay with somebody that you don't love. You gotta have some kind of loving for them. Don't try to say, oh, I go marry to her or him because, well, I like him a little bit or like her a little bit, so maybe it could grow on me, but I don't really have that love for her or him. That's not going to work for me. It's hard enough to marry somebody that you love and go through life with them, because as time go by, you get used to that person, and if you don't watch it, pretty soon that love die, because you get used to one another, and you don't do nothing to spice up the relationship and stuff like that. You're gonna die. So you always have to work in a relationship all the time. Trust me. You always got to do something nice. You know, you got to go out the box. If you find yourself that you start to lose touch with somebody, and think, go back and remember, go back and check. I would say go back in your hard drive and retrieve the data from it and see why do I get together with that person? What make me spark at the time when I first met her or him, you know? And then that can give you that boops again to say, you know what? Why am I doing? Let's go again. That's, you know, that's the way you got to do it. You always got to work on something new. So that's what relationship all about. And you got to work, and if you don't work on it, you're gonna lose it. Trust me, you're gonna lose it. So folks, that's all I got to say for right now. Until later, maybe the next episode we'll tell you more about me and Bob's. I don't want to tell you guys too much right now, but he coming.
Yeah, Daddy, in a kimono. Yes, I have